Warcorpse, you really shot yourself in the foot with this video. Let's hope it was intentional. 616 may not be new by our standards, but on the scale of how long the Bible has been around, it's fairly new. I believe that it was somewhere around May or July in 2005 that people only found out that the number of the beast used there was 616, instead of the traditional 666 given in the Book of Revelations. It is, however, the oldest one used. The 665, on the other hand, was mentioned in a manuscript from the 11th century. Not really news either, but I can assure you, not only did a lot of people bother looking up beyond the 666 they see in movies. However, when you said that 666 is the most popular version, because that's what the printer thought sounded cooler, I was almost shocked at how stupid you are. Really? They picked 666 because it sounded cool? Are you aware that throughout the God-fearing Middle Ages nobody even dared take the Lord's name in vain, let alone change a key number in the Bible? That's altering God's direct word. Nobody would do that. You're just blatantly lying. Besides, 616 and 665 were never printed. All of the paper with those numbers on it were handwritten. Actually, it's the numbers that were handwritten, not the paper, before you get any wrong ideas. And now you start off with the same old shit again, whining about my mask. But at the end, you also whine about us needing to come up with new insults. Yeah, wow. After the mask part, you give a little rant where you display your disability of knowing the difference between laughed with and being laughed at. Let me explain. If people are laughing with you, you make a joke. People laugh because it's a funny joke. If you're being laughed at, it means people are laughing at your expense, meaning that they are laughing because you are the joke, not because you tell a joke. Now, you mentioned Rodney Dangerfield was known for making jokes at his own expense, but that's still people laughing with him. They aren't laughing at him, because he is the butt of his own jokes. He could have pasted someone else's name on the joke and made fun of it someone else, and it would work the same way. Now comes the part I like best about your video, the book part. You attempt to show off how intellectual you are by showing us books you read, and then questioning with such an air of undeserved superiority if I read as well. I'll show you what I read. The Origin of Species. I must read for anyone who wants to be taken seriously when talking about anything evolution related, be it some evolution versus creationism debate, or just when explaining the theory of evolution to someone. Lolita, a personal favorite. Nabokov is a literary genius. I can't say anything else about the book before you start making all sorts of accusations. Assuming, of course, you even know what the book is about. The Brothers Karamazov. My first ever Dostoevsky book, and so far my favorite. But I've only read this one and Crime and Punishment. The idiot is on the mail as we speak, so hey, what do I know, right? Gotthel's Misfatting, known in English as The God Delusion, written by evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins, who also wrote The Selfish Gene. Really interesting book, and even witty at times. author who seems to be showing off reading some books only a child would find braggable, with the exception of Dickens. I like Dickens myself, so you get some points for that. Anyway, there's also your idea of how 666 became the most popular number of the beast, which can only be described as wrong. There is also the overwhelming irony of implying that I am stupid after trying to correct me with said number of the beast fact and aforementioned book collection. And calling me unoriginal after mentioning the mosque once again is also added to the list.